Math, right? We'll figure it out along the way. So gross. Oh my lord, we've not even started with the Ghost Rider. Stop it! It's too much. Like at a certain point, why you do this? Instant speed sacrifice ability. Totally fair, totally playable. If you've been enjoying any content on the channel, I encourage you to go ahead and subscribe. It's a great free way to support me along this journey. We've got everything from free-to-play budget beginner guides, just general Magic. Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to watch Hello Good Game. You know what they always say, if you can't beat them, join them. If you watched the gameplay from yesterday, you'll know that we came up against this Golgari Bolas Citadel / Collected Company / Bastion of Remembrance Blood Artist Sacrifice deck 3 times in a row, twice against one of the best players in the world, Croakies. I'm sure you've heard of him. If you've not seen the video, go back, check it out. It's one for the ages. So this deck is very, very strong. We're seeing it all over within the meta. And, you know, yesterday I did struggle against it, like I said, losing 3 times in a row. Today we've joined the dark side and we have, you know, grabbed all of that rank that we've lost back with literal ease. It's like a hot knife through butter with this deck. So you're really going to enjoy it if you're looking to climb up into Mythic this season, the top 1200 to get yourself into the Mythic qualifiers. I definitely recommend checking out Croakies' Golgari Citadel deck with Collected Company. I've titled it Woof Woof because what else do you call something like this? As always, we're going to break down the deck list in its entirety. What do each of the individual cards do? Then we're looking at the strategies and synergies. How do they collectively come together to form a coherent archetype? Then we'll watch some gameplay footage within the Amonkhet historic meta so you can find out how this deck interacts with all of the other decks in the environment, right? It's not enough to know how your deck works, but you need to know how it works against the rest of the decks in play as well. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And then we've got our closing thoughts, yada, yada, yada. Let's get into it. Woof, woof, right? We've got 4 copies of Gilded Goose. This is a 0/2 with flying. And when it enters the battlefield to create a food token, we can pay 2 plus tap it to create an additional food token on any of our turns that it doesn't have summoning sickness, of course. And then we can also tap it, sacrifice a food, adding 1 mana of any color. 4 copies of Llanowar Elves. We can add 1 green mana source here by tapping it, and it is a 1/1. 3 copies of Paradise Druid, a 2/1, which has hexproof as long as it's untapped, and she can be tapped to add 1 mana of any color. 4 copies of Priest of the Forgotten Gods. This is my least favorite card within Magic in a while. A 1/2, which you can tap it to sacrifice 2 other creatures that you control, right? Any number of target players each lose 2 life. They have to sacrifice a creature as well. You add 2 black mana sources to your pool and draw a card. So there is a lot going on there. 4 copies of Blood Artist. Now this is like a Mayhem Devil that gains you life and costs less. Right? It's very, very weird. However, it's just when creatures die, not any permanents. That's where the Mayhem Devil really shines, is when you sacrifice the foods and the lands as well, right? So when Blood Artist or another creature dies, target player loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Into our 3 drops, we have 3 copies of Bastion of Remembrance. This is an enchantment. When Bastion of Remembrance enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. 3 copies of Midnight Reaper, a 3/2, and whenever a non-token creature you control dies, Midnight Reaper deals 1 damage to you and you draw a card. 4 copies of Woe Strider. This is a 3/2, and when it enters the battlefield, you'll create a 0/1 white goat creature token. You can sacrifice another creature, instant speed, repeatable, to scry 1. We can escape it for 5, plus exiling 4 other cards from our graveyard, and Woe Strider escapes with 2 additional +1/+1 counters on it. We have 2 copies of Llanowar Visionary, a 2/2, which when it enters the battlefield will draw a card, and we can also tap it, much like our Llanowar Elves, to add a green mana symbol to our pool as well. 4 drops, we have 4 copies of Collected Company, an instant speed spell. Look at the top 6 cards of your library, put 2 creature cards with converted mana cost 3 or less from among them onto the battlefield, put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. So you're getting to cast 6 mana for 4, so just inherently this is going to be very good unless you are whiffing and missing those pulls, but the majority of the deck is 3 or less, so you should have no trouble there. For 6, we've got 4 copies of Bolas Citadel. You may look at the top card of your library anytime. You may play lands and cast spells from the top of your library. You may cast spells this way. If you cast spells this way, pay life equal to its converted mana cost rather than paying its mana cost. We can also sacrifice 10 non-land permanents by tapping the Citadel, and each opponent is going to lose 10 life there as well. So if we can get them to 10 and then sacrifice those permanents, that's going to deal the damage just in on itself. So these spells are accompanied by 2 Phyrexian Towers. We can sacrifice a creature to add 2 black mana to our pool, which can be quite useful sometimes. 5 copies of the Swamp, 6 copies of the Forest, 4 copies of Overgrown Tomb, and 4 copies of Woodland Cemetery. We're playing Traditional Historic today, which means we have a sideboard consisting of 2 Elder Gargoyles for 5, Vigilance, Reach, Trample, 6/6. Whenever it attacks or blocks, choose one, create a 3/3 token, you gain 3 life, and draw a card. Vraska Golgari Queen, 4 loyalty when she comes in as a legendary planeswalker, plus 2 ability. You may sacrifice another permanent. If you do, you gain 1 life and draw a card. So this could be anything from a land to a food token, literally anything that you have on the battlefield. We could also plus it and not submit anything to be sacrificed. We don't get to draw, but we still get the +2. -3, destroy target non-land permanent with converted mana cost 3 or less. Sometimes that's good for a little bit of removal. -9, you get an emblem with whenever a creature you control deals damage to a player, that player loses the game. So that can actually work, believe it or not, just due to our chip damage. Thrashing Brontodon ×3. This is a 3/4 in which we can pay 1 to sacrifice it, destroying target artifact or enchantment. 1 copy of Murderous Rider, a 3/2 with lifelink, and when it dies, put it on the bottom of its owner's library. So that's kind of cool that we can replay it a lot of the time. And it has Swift End at instant speed tagged to it for an adventure. Destroy target creature or planeswalker, you lose 2 life. 2 copies of Scavenging Ooze, a 2/2, which we can pay 1 green mana source for. Exile target card from a graveyard. If it was a creature card, put a +1/+1 counter on Scavenging Ooze and gain 1 life. 2 copies of Kral Harpooner. This is a 3/2 with Reach with Undergrowth. So whenever it enters the battlefield, choose up to 1 target creature with flying that you don't control. The Harpooner gets +X/+0 until end of turn, where X is the number of creature cards in your graveyard, and you may have Kral Harpooner fight that creature. So this is really nice flying removal for us. And finally, Thoughtseize for 1, sorcery speed. Target player reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. That player discards that card. You lose 2 life. So before we get into our sideboard guide, let's break down the main board, and we'll talk strategies and synergies now. So we know it's a sacrifice deck. Earlier, we kind of touched on the key components to the deck. Really, it comes down to Blood Artist and Bastion of Remembrance. These are the key components that you'll be trying to get out onto the battlefield as quickly and consistently as possible. If you see them in your draw hands, absolutely sign me up, especially if you have the lands to get there. Bastion of Remembrance, I like to play this as a priority because Collective Company is only pulling creature cards and Bastion is an enchantment. So this is the only card that we're unable to pull with our Collected Company other than our Bolas Citadel that we want on the field. So if we had a choice, I would love the Bastion of Remembrance in my opening hand with the Collected Company and then leave the Blood Artists in the deck to be pulled with the Collected Company a little bit later on. So, one artist, whenever something dies, they're going to lose 1 life, you're going to gain 1 life. This is a stackable ability. So you get 3 artists in the field. Each time one of your creature dies, you'll gain 3 life, you'll do 3 damage. The same goes for the Remembrance. So these will stack on top of each other basically. So it's not uncommon to be sacking your own creatures and dealing, 3-4 damage to your opponent per sacrifice. And now to sacrifice our creatures, we have Wowstrider, which can do it at instant speed, which is great. You line those permanents up on the field, you sacrifice those creatures, you do the damage, you scry your Collected Company onto the top, and you repeat the process. We do have Priest of the Forgotten Gods, not instant speed. She needs to be untapped with no summoning sickness. It's going to deal 2 additional damage though, which is really, really good. Plus you get the additional mana, plus you get to draw a card, which is really good. And most of our drops are 2 or under, so gaining 2 mana to your pool a lot of the times while you draw a card really, really helps. With that all being said, we also have the Tower that can sacrifice creatures by tapping it to add 2 mana to our pool. So both the Priest and the Tower can add mana to our pool. This is really good for Bolas Citadel, because once we get Bolas Citadel out, we can basically free cast from the top of our library, especially if we have a Woe Strider out, right? And a Blood Artist in a Bastion of Remembrance. So with Bolas' Citadel, we have to pay life equal to the converted mana cost of the cards rather than paying the converted mana cost with, our mana pool. So most of the spells cost 2, some of them cost 3, and then we'll have to pay life for them. So if we can get a Blood Artist out, 2 Bastion of Remembrances out, whenever a creature dies, we're going to be gaining 3 life, which means we can pay for anything off the top of our library for free. And then we can just continue. You run into a land, don't worry, no problem. Instant speed scry with Woe Strider to sacrifice another creature, gain more life, get the land out of the way, continue the process. So this is an infinite loop if you can get it going. You just need to outweigh the damage effect from the Citadel via the life gain through Remembrance and the Artist, and then you're using your Woe Strider to scry every time you get stuck on your second land. Second land goes, keep playing more creatures, sacrifice the creatures when more lands come up, etc, etc, etc. You should easily be able to slay your opponents quite quickly. Just stack your Remembrance, stack your Artists, get your Citadel out with your Woe Strider. Go hard, go hard, go hard. If you pull a Collected Company along the way, you're just laughing, because that is going to deal a lot of value for you against your opponent, grabbing you things like your Woe Striders, like your Blood Artists, even your Priest. Worst case scenario, it's grabbing Visionary and your Llanowar Elves. There's not that much strategy to the deck. The only thing that you're going to have to think of is your draws, your scries, and how much damage you're doing, because you don't want to be burning out all of your defenses too soon. Which reminds me to try to do your blocking first before you sacrifice. So you'll declare your blockers and then you will sacrifice those creatures with your Woe Strider, so the damage doesn't go through to yourself, right? Unless your opponent has trample. In that case, it still will. So make sure to be chump blocking with creatures and then sacrifice them with Woe Strider, so you get the scry from that as well. There's really not that much to it. Like I said, use all of the ramp through the Goose, the Elf, the Druid, to get out that Citadel right away. You can even use the Tower and the Priest to help cheat it out a little bit. And then once you do, stack the Artists and the Bastions of Remembrance, get a Woe Strider out, and you should be able to play infinitely. So that's the deck tech. Talking about the sideboard strategy, Massacre Worm absolutely eats this deck. We need to Thoughtseize that immediately. Cry of the Carnarium, Ritual of Soot. There's a lot of things that destroy our deck. This is where Thoughtseize comes in play. We can just take whatever they have that's supposed to disrupt us, and we can continue on with our game plan. Crawl Harpooner against anything that's flying, that's annoying to us, this and that, right? Scavenging Ooze against Uros, Woe Striders, anything that you need to get out of the graveyard. Murderous Rider, potentially on those Ugins, any creatures that you can't deal with, Planeswalkers. Thrashing Brontodon, again in the mirror match, is really good. Any artifacts or enchantments you need to destroy, he's your boy. Vraskis is pretty cool in control matchups because it saves you when they wipe the field. It's still going to give you a little bit of value, and potentially you can get to -9 and just kill them instantly. And Elder Gargaroth against these aggro boys, gaining 3 life whenever you attack or block with Vigilance is great, and you can even flood the field with 3/3s or draw cards if you need so. When you are sideboarding, you take out what was bad and you put in what was good. If your opponent had lots of removal, if they were running Goblin Chain Whirls, for example, you might want to take out your Druids and your Elves, right? These things with 1 toughness. Probably still want to save your Blood Artist just because how valuable it is, but the ramp might not survive, right? So that could be a negative play for you potentially. You need to sideboard in something else. The Ooze survives, right? Thrashing Brontodon survives. The Gargaroth definitely is going to survive that interaction. So if you are against a deck with certain kinds of removal, try to mitigate that removal from being as effective as it originally was. It really comes down to disrupting their deck here. There's not so much, like a lot of the decks, it's like, well, he has no creatures, so we take out our removal. This deck actually doesn't have any removal. You know what I mean? There's like very little removal here in the main board, so it's all in the sideboard. So if there are those key components you need to take care of, you're going to have to do so via the sideboard. Vraskis -3, Murderous Riders, Swift End, right? If it's a flyer, the Harpooner. Maybe you can just get it out of their hand before it even hits the field with Thoughtseize. So put in what is going to disrupt their deck, take out what they were able to disrupt within your deck, and then cross your fingers and you should be good to go. So that was the deck tech and the deck strategy. We're going to get into today's gameplay footage, but before we do, I have to remind you guys that I'm live on YouTube every morning, 6 a.m. At 7, we switch to Twitch, and then we're again on YouTube at 7 or 6 p.m. All times are Mountain Standard. Literally, just go subscribe to the Twitch, subscribe to the YouTube, hit the bell, and then you never have to worry about the time conversions. It's always just going to pop up on your phone, and you can be like, yeah, I got time today, or no, I'm not feeling it, right? And it's easy peasy lemon squeezy. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share to a friend, hit that bell icon, and a massive shout out to all of our Patreons, our Twitch supporters, and our YouTube members for making this a reality for you guys. So, you know, not only a big thanks for myself, but from the community as a whole. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Enjoy today's gameplay footage, and don't forget to watch to the end so you don't miss out on my final propaganda. Opponent goes first, top 50 in the world. Let's mulligan. This looks like a very good hand. I like that third land, but by golly, I think we'll pull it anyways. I don't want to drop either of these. Those are really nice. Or we drop our Bastion. Oof, 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 oof. Let's drop the land. We shall do our best. See? No play for 1 in tapped. Explore. Ooh. Scry 1. We got some Temur Field, probably. Oof. Goes for it again. There's the first field. Brody. All right, we're getting closer. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Redemption each creature to exile. Aww. Aww. What's going on here? Search the library for 2 land cards, put them into the battlefield, and shuffle your library. If you have control 3 or more deserts, create 2 additional zombies, and the deserts are the Field of Dead. No, that's not a desert even. Just they are deserts. There are desert lands though. None on the field, I don't think. So it's a sorcery, speed, spell. So he'll have to cast it this turn if he wants to wipe. He may just want to look for the land though instead because I didn't put too much out on the field, so it's not really that good of a conversion, I don't think. Yeah, so search your library for up to 2 land cards, put them into the battlefield tapped, which triggers this Field of the Dead pretty extensively. Right, and then he can Growth Spiral on top of that as well. Woof. Does he have another land? Oh, his 3rd Field of the Dead. Stop it. So the Woe Strider really helps, and we can take 14 damage. We do 3 for each, but we only have 2. $19. I think we could just do it right here. Math, right? We'll figure it out along the way. So gross. Oh my lord, we've not even started with the Ghost Rider. Stop it! It's too much. Like at a certain point. Why you do this? Instant speed sacrifice ability. Totally fair. Totally playable. Okay, let's see how we're gonna sideboard against what is this, a Temur Field deck? We don't really actually have anything to deal with Field of the Dead. Escape to the Wilds, Hour of Promise. These are good cards, but I don't know if they warrant a Thoughtseize. You know what I mean? He also has, you know, that sweeper to deal 3 damage to everything. So you might want to take some big baddies. It would be Thoughtseize if anything that we wanted to take. Drop our elves for the seas. I really like sacrificing those creatures later though. Let's let it roll and see if anything else causes a problem that we should be dealing with. I think Thoughtseize would have been our best option there. The Artist in hand is nice. Citadel's a little ways away, and no green mana here. This looks good though. It's that sweeper, dealing 3 damage to each of our creatures that we're going to need to be aware of. Well, Grafdigger's Cage doesn't help either. So there goes our Citadel. It's a good thing we are not rocking that right now, I guess. Kind of a weird hand. Ooh, that's what we're talking about, right? That sweeper. Citadel in hand, but not happening here. Uro is good. That might be something we sideboard for if we can. Ooh, ooh, oh! Sign me up. Three in the grave, including Uro. No fields in play yet, which is good. That is a desert, though. Into another Uro. Just hopefully he can't find a field. Because he's ready. There it is. One field of the dead coming right up. No. Interesting. To the bottom. That also shuts down Collective Company. My bad. Did they go right into exile? Where'd they go? No, just into my library still. Oh, how are we going to win this game? That cage also shuts down Citadel. How good is Grafdigger's Cage, right? It shuts down so many things, I'm learning. He's ready to play these Uros in on us next turn. He's got another land this turn. Woof. This does nothing. Lets us see what's there, though, at least. Goose is going to have a big impact next turn, I'm sure. Right? Alright, that's not happening. Right, we're completely locked out. Bird on top. So, Uno Artifacto really upset us, so we're taking in these Brontotons to destroy that. This Ugin is also quite annoying. Yeah. Losing the draw engine is never pleasant, but it is what it is. We could take that sweeper, that would help us out a lot as well. Let's drop the goose. And this, oh no, we're good. Or should we just drop our Citadel and play around it? No, we really need to deal with it. I like the oozes take out Uro as well. See where it gets us. Playing first hand looks actually amazing. We need to get into his hand though to get rid of that sweeper. So that's gonna wreck us right off the start. If we can pull that fourth land, that's gonna be awesome too. Of course. Right out of the gates. Let's see if he's got a second. Right, that would be unlikely. Basically just looking for our Brontodon at this point, so we can get around this cage. Ooze is alright as well, I guess. I was trying to get Scavenging Ooze so we could take his Uro before he gets the chance to play it. You know, the Brontodon's not the worst. It survives this -3, or the 3 damage, which is good. And then we still hold 1 instant speed for next turn as well. This activates his Field of the Dead, and he gets a second copy of it as well. So we're talking 4 zombies. So we need to start amassing some defense. Right, tap this for green. Which gives us 1, 2 only, which won't work. Oh, 3, which is still not really great. Who said that? Shoot. Shoot. Let's just stack the damage, I guess. Kind of like we were going to. Right? We get 3 damage. Maybe we'll play our Woe Strider. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we get close. We should be able to company and finish him off next turn if we can survive this turn. Not a friendly position to be in, that's for sure. No worry of Uro, potentially. Here comes, what, 2 more zombies? He's doing the land beforehand, so there might not be a wipe. Escape to the wilds, takes him down to 3. You can play an additional land. It's a Triome. Growth Spiral. Still helps him, but it's not an actual land drop that comes in untapped for Uro. Which is what he needs for sure. Him destroying a Bastion sucks. I hope that doesn't happen. LOL. He could play this Uro organically. Right, 2 more zombies. Another land, so he can play Big Boy Uro. Chooses to explore instead. No attacks. I guess we should take the Scribe. Right? Well, we're going to play Collective Company anyways. Their turn. This should be game. Do we go for it now while they're tapped? Or do we wait for them to do their shenanigans? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think we should go for it now. Okay, that's not what we needed. It helps. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, good game. Ooh. Well, I mean, if you can't beat him, join him, right? Taking out number 42 here today within Mythic. So, you know, yesterday we got beat down by this deck, and today, you know, we're doing a little bit of beating down ourselves. Collective Company. Oh, so busted, right? All right, playing first. Got some ramp. We've got some very early game interruption and our late game shenanigans, so I'm good with it. We're on the play as well, which is just delightful. Ooh, 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 ooh. Mono red, see? I don't want to lose these blood artists to a goblin chainwhirler or anything either. Right? Gonna shock it, eh? Woof. Don't you dare do this to me anymore, see? Alright, we're at 4, dropping to 5. Still not at 6. Haste. Oof. 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 Cannot block. Let's just try to secure a land pull, potentially, right? I mean, the Goblin Chainwhirler doesn't do too much damage. Just trying to course my cat out of the closet. So, Reaper's Gonzo, which was going to be our block anyways. Hoping that our Blood Artist can survive. And we actually pulled our third Artist. Wow. If we can get a Woe Strider and some Bastions, we are giggling. No blocks here, sadly. 5 damage. Stuck on 2 land, though. We are a couple lands away from our Citadel now. He's been removing our mana ramp. Pretty good. Needs to take out this Woe Strider. Firebrand's annoying. Takes out our Artist. Let's take the Scry. Maybe we should have scryed it away for a Collective Company. It's hard to say. Hopefully there's no light up the stage. Oh, okay, Skull Skirmish. I was worried there for a second. Still not enough damage. We need more Woe Striders. We need the Bastion of Remembrance. Discarding his hand here. Looking for another land, I guess, right? Woe Strider's good. Still more damage than I would like. He's tapped. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, we can get close, but down to 11. Hopefully he whiffs on his draw. We need to kill him next turn, or he's dealing double damage. Down to 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, that's still not enough. We need a third source. A Collective Company off the top would be ideal. Let's take the Scry. Let's go for it. We're gonna Citadel out. No land on top. Let's see what would have been under our land that we would have scryed away, if it was any good or not. If it was good, no harm, no foul. He has removal in his hand. He's wondering when to use it. He's like, should I kill this Wolf Rider right now or leave it? Oh! This is so good. Another Wolf Strider underneath. Oh, is this the feeling that they get? I do enjoy. Right, Collected Company is just something else. So Wolf Strider's in for free, which I think should seal the deal. Alright, shocks our artist. We're just gonna leave it there, because the scry we don't care about. And 2 damage. Another! You dirty, dirty dog! Alright, so just 1 damage here. That is a bummer. He's pulling out all the stops, eh? We're gonna get to draw a card here when we sack these. Yeah. Scry the land down. I guess. Come to daddy! Scry the Citadel away. That can stay. And I believe that should win us the game. Si, senor! Alright, mono red. That was annoying. A lot of burn. Look at all this burn damage, baby. Holy moly. Woo! Gargaroth for sure. He's gonna gain us some life. The ooze helps us gain life too, but at what cost? Gargaroth will really help us. I don't know if that's worth destroying. It would be cool if we did it once he discarded his hand and then destroyed it. But I don't know if that's a requirement. A little less ramp, because I'm pretty sure he's going to sub in Goblin Chainwhirler. Right? So, let's do our best to dance around that. Alright, bad hand. Bad hand again. And now the exact opposite. We're playing right into burn spells here. One shock coming up. Yeah, not good. Ouch. 2 blockers, I guess, is better than 1. That's gonna be a good game. Hopefully in game 3 we can get this. We got to 4. 2 bad opening hands though. Hard mulligans. More haste. Can't block. Makes sense. That's lethal, I'm pretty sure. Let's just take it. Alright. Mono red is aggressive. What if the decks actually have better luck with normally is mono red? Land looks good. Of course he does. Alright, we don't really want to play these Blood Artists until we think his hand's relatively empty. We just take it. There's a Pyromancer. Two Woestriders. Ha! Let's just take it. A little bit of life gain in play. We need that draw engine out. And more Woe Striders. We did call the Chain Whirler. More Remembrance, more Artists. That shall be nice. Ooh, that's really good. Hopefully we can destroy that next turn. Somehow. Draw Brontodon and have mana. Makes sense. No blocks here. Taking the damage again. Oh, Firebrand in play. Big upsie here. That's on me. We should have went with another Woe Strider. Oh, we should have actually maybe sacked these things first, so we got the additional value there. My bad. Land can definitely go to the bottom. We just want more collected companies. Whoops! Massive misplay. Right, we should have been killing our goats and stuff while they were both in play. Doing a little bit of chip damage still. Take the scry, just looking for another company. El Coco! Take the kill here. Tying the game up. There's some land. My turn. Ouchies. Let's take the draw. Should be fine, not really worrisome. Okay, this is a little bit better. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage on field, 6 life, plus another Woe Strider in the piggy bank, potentially. He has to pump his mage for it to survive. Or they. I keep saying he, but what I mean to say is they, always. damage to us, +2 because of all his permanents. Alright, this is going on our Woe Strider. Let's take these scries, I guess. Take our damage. I like Priest, but what we really need is a Collective Company. And he's just not into it. Up to 98, so, you know, 2 wins back to back. That's not so bad. I've just been asked if I do a Scottish accent, maybe if it'll help me play this deck. And we can only assume. Helps with the wins, right? Normally I'd be scared here, but we've got 2 companies in hand, so I'm not really that worried. Is this an exact mirror match? Right? Look at all this goose, baby! It's like enough geese for Thanksgiving for the whole town. It's hunting season. We could go right into our Citadel, but... Alright, so they have one as well. Ha! Just a goose and a Paradise Druid. Feels bad, man. No, I shouldn't say that. It's not as good as it could be. Right? Blood Artist Woe Strider? 2 Woe Striders? Nice. So we gotta go for it right here. Before the Mayhem Devil hits the field. Wow! We get way worse than he did. We whiff completely. Ouch. Ouch, 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 ouch. Not good, not good, not good. Cry. Doesn't this, okay, you can just sack to add a mana to his pool. Ooh, I thought we had this. This is maybe not the greatest for us. Shit. It's not good, man. Mayhem Devil is a cool target to cheat out as well with it. It is best of 3, so it's not that bad. Hopefully just sitting on 2 lands. Right? It's a scam, boys. Don't believe in it. El Ropo. This is gonna get gross. Nothing great. Our artists just nullify each other. That devil kills our artist, though, in a hurry. Like, dead in a hurry. We need to just go infinite this turn somehow. Alright, let's just get a really nice string. Oh no, he's gonna kill our blood artist if we do that. Shoot! What other option is there? It's not good, man. It's not good, man. Alright, mirror match not happening. How are we gonna stop this? Elder Gargaroth. So we just get rid of our Citadel entirely? It's those sack effects that slay us. Because of his dude. I don't know, man. I don't know. The Scoos could be alright. Of course he does. Don't you dare. He drops a devil. Priest is a little bit better. Priest will screw up our Gargaros if we can't go wide enough. Second Priest sucks. Okay. We're getting set up a lot better here. We've got our Gargaros to go in once the removal's gone. We can play our Collective Company and our God. We need to avoid his Mayhem Devil. There it is. Company's gone. Nice. It does 1 damage, but I don't really care. Oh, I see. You can double... No, he can't. He wants to get rid of that Gargaroth with the priest sack, but unable to do so. So 1 damage wasted from the devil, which is a good start. Another elves. You can double sack now, though, which is actually pretty aggressive, right? Kills our mana ramp. We eat our goose, and then he gets another damage. Now, if he does it again, right? If he sacks... Ooh, interesting. If he gets a creature off the top, we're screwed. Because he can kill the priest. And we have to sack our Gargaroth. To do it now, I think there's a land on top. He had to kill his Mayhem Devil, and we're fine with that. You know, it sucks because we lose our Gargaroth. But at the end of the day, it's fine. He gets the draw, pulls the land away. It's an artist. That sucks. We just need him to get stuck on land over and over. Hopefully. Living on a prayer, boys. And girls. Of course he does. Of course he does. Nice. It's all about the top decks here. Good game. I mean, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's down to 1 health point. And I think we just won the game. We just won the game because he took his health points too low. Oh no, but this Blood Artist will gain him life. He's gaining life this whole time. This is very bad for us. It's awesome that he's able to go down to 1. But then for every creature that dies, he goes up by 2. Well, really by 1 because of our Bastion. I'm pretty sure he still has lethal. Even if he land blocks, right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, good game. Alright, so we won 2, we lost 1 against what's pretty close to a mirror match. Let's play 1 more. Playing first is great. Hand doesn't look the greatest, but it could be a lot worse, right? Collective Company off the top is awesome. So just hold on. Instant speed. Taking all the damage here. There's no removal. That's very good. Oh, stop it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my gosh, we can do both. Let's just go for it then. Right, this way we can use our Woe Striders. Instant sack as long as the stack doesn't finish, and let's take the draw here as well, I guess. Actually, let's start with these ones. 3 damage per sack. Another Woe Strider on top. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 we could do. Not quite. Actually, we would have gotten really close. We would have been 1 away. Oh well, we'll get it next turn, I'm sure. As long as he doesn't wipe our whole field here. Right? A Cry. Ritual. We can get this Woe Strider in play, it's good. Woo! Gains a little bit more life. And I'm pretty sure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, yeah. So, is this the new cat oven? I feel like it. Bleep bloop blop. It's just so painful. Feels bad, but it's also so rewarding. Ooh! Woof. Mono black. Just kind of spread some cards out, add a tiny bit of removal. It's a little slow, but it's alright. If we pull Swamp off the start. No. Alright, our Blood Artist is gone. We don't have the land. Oh, we do. Okay. It's gonna be weird. I don't know how we're coming out of this. Cycling that away, just... we're at 3, we go to 4. I don't think there's anything we're doing. And we could go to 5. Yeah, let's go to 5. He's at 26, though. Not good. Not good! It is a start, though, boys. It is a start. Let's play defensively. He's got 2 cards in hand. One's a land. This is good. Why are you targeting me? Right? Hopefully no instant speed shenanigans, right? Let's grab some life here. Land can go. Just limiting his interaction with us as much as we can. Another 2 life, another 2 damage. A little late for Thoughtseize. Down to 6. We can play a Woe Strider or our Bastion. Four, 5 total. Okay, we're gaining 3 life per sack here. Oh, wow. That's not good. Need a collective company. Let's just continue to look for one until we find it. Just looking for our collective company. We're not gonna get it. Not good. Not good. Down to 8. We can play our Strider. Gets us 4 more damage. Really, we just want a collective company. I mean, he can't really attack because we can hit with our Woe Strider for so much. Still doing damage to himself, which might be our saving grace. Take our Scry here. Land can go, that's awesome. Another creature, at least, right? 2 more damage. We're passing. Just clawing our way to the grave, quite literally. We're up at 17. Feeling quite comfortable here. Tamaret isn't bad. It can gain its life for him, right? One, two, three, four, 5. This is 6. If we pull a Citadel, I'm going to be pretty displeased with myself. Stop it. So we're sitting on 3, 4, 5. Dang it! I can't believe I did that. We should have taken the damage. I felt it. I felt it. That's a bummer for us. So he can do that 2 more times. Hey, at least we pull a creature. He's got 2 creatures in his graveyard to do this too. Which is 4 mana, and this costs 3 to pump. I'm taking it this time. Fool me once, fool me twice. 2 Citadels on the bottom though, so the chance that we pull another is slim. We're tempting him to use his Knight of the Ebon Legion, and then the mana doesn't go into his Tamaret as much. He can buff it again, right? That's a big hit. But he's got 1 blocker. He's down to 4. If we can find some removal, or, you know, a collective company, cough, cough. Down to 5. Gutter Bones, nice. Oh! Close. I can't believe we put our Citadel to the bottom and sacked our mana. That felt so bad. Did he just overextend? Or he must have stuff to play after. I guess we could have blocked the Gutter Bones too. I don't need a Paradise Druid. I need anything but. Oh, good game. We should have blocked. We were trying to risk it. Okay. Into the sideboard. We're back on the play. That -2 cry hits so much of our stuff. Woof. A lot of land there. We're on the play. This looks fine. Not great, but it looks fine. No ramp, but oh well. Typically not something we want to play right away, but let's just pull the removal, I guess. Typically we want to use that for later removal, but let's just get it out before our company. Kind of shuts down these attacks. Gives us some life gain, so if we do pull our Citadel, it should be an easier route for us to play some decent cards. I'm not really worried about the Death Touch block. Let's just let him have it. Wow, that sucks. I hope it replaces itself. Nope. Hey, at least. We already played a land, so let's just get some shenanigans going on. This is expensive. We're gonna take it though. Could save us. Okay, here comes the cast down. Takes our life gain. That sucks. We do gain 2 life though, which pays for our you know, what is it, Thoughtseize? Oh! Nice, he's got the worm from the sideboard. Not good. He's on 4, it costs 6. That's not good. Hopefully no land. Trade with Gutter Bones. Oh, of course he gets it. Alright, we're looking at that worm next turn. Ghost Rider's good. Land has to go. I guess Druid can stay. Priest can stay. Land has to go. Another land has to go. Another land? Stop it! This'll help us. Good game. He knows where we're headed. Yeah! Such an annoying deck to play against. I'm so sorry. Alright, if you can't beat him, join him. Holds up. You know, Croaky smashed us with this deck yesterday. We had a few misplays, but at the end of the day, it would have been hard to win anyways, and I was just so nervous, right? It's like coming up against a superstar. Literally someone who I've watched throughout my whole journey. Just an absolutely crazy dude, rocking Mythic #1 over and over and over again, right? So this is a very powerful deck. If you don't know who he is, go check him out. And if you didn't see our footage together yesterday, go check that out as well. I hope you guys have been enjoying the historic footage, you know, with all the Ammon kit cards while we're waiting for rotation. It's kind of been fun testing out these new broken cards like Collected Company. You know, a lot of people may shy away from historic, but at the end of the day, these cards will never go anywhere. They're always going to be in your collection, and this is a good deck any day of the week. You know what I mean? If anything, it'll get better the longer we go on because less people will be playing it. So do take care. Enjoy the deck. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share to a friend, and a huge shout out to all our financial support on Twitch, Patreon, YouTube for making this all possible. We've got the 500,000 gem giveaway happening today. Obviously, this video will come out after, so you've missed it. But jump in the Discord because we are barreling on to Phase 5, which is the majority of these gems. I think we're giving out 120,000 gems today, and yeah, what, like 350 or something on our next phase. So Do not miss out. Subscribe to the channel, jump in the Discord, all that jazz. Thanks for watching, you guys. I really appreciate it. Take care, and most importantly, go enjoy the rest of your day.